und willkommen bei Sarah's Musik. Wir sind in Holstebro in Dänemark und heute haben wir eine sehr dänische Sendung vor. The Danish String Quartet spielt dänische Volkslieder in Dänemark. Dänische gibt's nicht. Das Danish String Quartet spielt hier in Holstebro bei dem Klassiske Dage-Musikfestival. Diese Stadt ist voller Kunst und Musik und alle hier wissen, dass das Danish String Quartet gerade in der Stadt ist. Jenna, thank you for inviting us to your wonderful festival. Holstebro may be small, but this festival is really huge. But it must be amazing for you to have real Danish stars here.
It is because, as you said, we specialize in inviting an international elite. But it's just a wonderful thing that we have a Danish quartet like this. It's very unusual.
Are the Danes very proud of the Danish String Quartet?
Incredibly proud, but also because I think one of their special qualities is that they mix a lot of our traditions. They search out folk music from Nordic countries, and it's yes, and they give it a new life. And you really feel audiences connect with it, and they're great people to be with.
I'm in Denmark with the Danish String Quartet and Danish pastries. Tell me, do you guys actually eat these things? Because we all know about Danish pastries.
Yeah, it's the best in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, I want to ask you stuff. So there you go. Yum yum. So while I chew, I'll ask the first question. The Danish String Quartet. That's quite a name. But I read you inherited this name, right?
Yeah, I think we would never call us that again, actually. But we were young and foolish. No, it's a generation name that it was first a flute quartet in the 30s, where the viola player had a son that also was a viola player. The son then made a quartet in the 50s and the 60s. That was the Danish quartet. Then the son of this viola player made another generation of a Danish quartet in the 80s. And then this last son, he didn't have any string playing kids, so the name was kind of up for grabs. And he happened to be our mentor and teacher. So we, in the hunt for a name, we had a lot of different names, and this was a name we had in one concert where there happened to be a nice review.
It's a good name.
It was the Young Danish String Quartet back then, actually.
And now you're not young anymore, so you can't. But
exactly.
Well.
Yeah, well, it was kind of stupid to put the young thing in the beginning anyway, but then we just ended up sticking with that name, and now we got used to it.
So you were called the Young Danish String Quartet, and now the Danish String Quartet. That's quite a big thing to live up to, though, I think.
Yeah, it is. You can say it's like a big thing to call yourself the Danish String Quartet, but at the same time we're a very small country, and basically we're the only full-time string quartet in the country. And you know, as Asbjørn mentioned, it was just something we picked when we were younger, and I mean, one name that we could all agree upon was not super bad, I guess.
I think it's a great name.
Yeah,
I think it's a great name. And you say you chose it when you were younger. It really was when you were younger, because you've been together for a long time already.
A very long time. It feels like a lifetime. But and it's because we met when we were very young. We met there is this small school on the Danish countryside that has a 1-week summer festival each year. People came there because they had a huge love for music. And we were brought there, most of us by our parents, and we were playing in 2 orchestras during the day, and then during the night, throughout the night, we were playing chamber music together.
But this is just the 3 of you, huh?
That's
because
just the 3 of
us. You have a foreigner in your midst.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick, how did you find the quartet? Did they find you? Did you go to this camp? No.
No, I didn't. The 3 of us actually studied together in Sweden. The Nordic community is very small, and it's natural to go over borders. There was a good school, so we all went there.
The repertoire you play, it goes from early till today, and the audiences love it wherever you go. I love the fact you can play Beethoven in the first half, and then you play folk stuff in the second half. But when the audience go out, I bet they say, "Oh, we love that folk stuff." How can we get audiences today to be as excited about Beethoven as they are about your folk music?
For us, it's very natural to play very different things. We don't find a conflict between something that's easygoing and something that's very deep, and we find it quite easy to switch from the different states of mind. But of course, when you do a program, you have to make sure that it makes sense. We would never do an easygoing Danish jig after Beethoven Opus 131. That would be an insult to everybody, to the folk musicians and the Beethoven connoisseurs.
I like that you say to the folk musicians as well.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Because we are not actually folk musicians, we're just a string quartet fooling around with some traditional music.
I have another question about bringing music to young people, because here at the Klassiske Day, is that right? Klassiske Day Festival, you're doing quite a lot for young people, the masterclass, the live stream masterclass, and these pop-up concerts talking to the young people. Do you make a distinctive effort to include that in what you do? Because you seem to really appeal. I spoke to one young string player here yesterday, and they were like, the Danish String Quartet, the Danish String Quartet. They were so excited to have you, like pop stars.
Oh. We always love it when young people come, but it's not something that we specifically aim for, actually. We want to project a very honest feeling and something that's comfortable being in, and something that's of very high quality. And I think a very easy way to get young people's attention is to project something that's honest. I think they feel right away if you're trying to get them, if you try too hard. That's what I felt when
if you think, okay, we've got to get them now to come and hear Beethoven.
Right, and if you put on the pink light and for the Haydn String Quartet or something, it's gonna stink. There's in Danish you say it's like there's a fishy smell or something, right?
Das war's von Serious Music für heute. Wir werden jetzt noch ein bisschen Danish String Quartet Zauber genießen. Bis zum nächsten Mal und hi hi, Frau Holstebro. Today's horn challenge, the Danish String Quartet. Next! Next! Bravo, Rune, you have the job.